Did you hear about the Argentinian who invented a transparent cloth? He wanted to see people's tango moves better. Now let's talk about the tango. Originating in Argentina, this dance is so much more than just a swish of the skirt and a click of the heels. It's a fiery expression of passion, a sultry love letter written with the body. It's a conversation between two people where words are replaced by music and movements. In Argentina, the tango isn't just a dance, it's a way of life. It's like the country's heartbeat, pulsating through the streets, in the bars, and even in people's homes. It's as common as bread and butter, or should I say steak and chimichurri. Imagine this. You're walking down the streets of Buenos Aires, and instead of someone asking "Cómo estás?" or "How are you?" they say "Cómo está tu tango?" or "How's your tango?" Now that's a conversation starter. Is your tango happy or sad, fiery or languid? The tango is a language in itself, and in Argentina everybody speaks it fluently. A word of advice though. In Argentina the tango is not just about the moves, it's about the emotion, the passion, the story you're telling. So if you're planning to tango, don't just move your feet, move your heart. And you know what they say about the tango, right? It takes two to tango. So, if you're single and ready to mingle, the tango might just be your ticket to finding love in Argentina. It's like speed dating, but with better music and more hip action. In fact, the tango is so integral to Argentinian culture that it even has its own day. Every year on the 11th of December, Argentina celebrates Tango Day. It's like Christmas, but with more dancing and less ugly sweaters. So, if you ever find yourself in Argentina, remember to pack your dancing shoes, or you might be left out of the tango. Why don't Argentinians ever become vegetarians? Because they can't resist their beef. It's their secret weapon to soccer success. Let's embark on a culinary journey to Argentina, a nation so obsessed with beef, they've practically turned it into a religion. And you know what they say about Argentinian beef? It's so tender you could cut it with a feather, and so flavorful, it could make a vegetarian rethink their life choices. But let's get to the meat of the matter. Argentinians consume more beef per capita than any other country in the world. Picture this. An average Argentinian eats the equivalent of one calf per year. That's right. They're not just beef lovers, they're beef champions. Now you're probably thinking, what does this have to do with soccer? Well, let's connect the dots. Beef is loaded with protein, and protein, as we all know, is the building block of muscles. So while the rest of the world is sipping on protein shakes, Argentinians are chowing down on juicy steaks and building soccer-ready muscles. Remember the legendary Maradona, the man who could dance with the ball like it was a part of him? Or Lionel Messi, the maestro of dribbling? Do you think they got their magic boots from a cereal box? No sir. It's all thanks to the power of Argentinian beef. Let's not forget that Argentina is home to some of the world's best parillas, or steakhouses. So, every time an Argentinian soccer player scores a goal, somewhere in Buenos Aires, a parilla is firing up the grill to celebrate with a beefy feast. It's a cycle of beefy brilliance. Score a goal, eat a steak, get stronger, score another goal. And here's another fun fact for you. Argentinians believe that beef not only strengthens the muscles, but also the mind. Remember that last-minute goal scored from an impossible angle? Or that brilliant strategy to outsmart the opponent? It's not just the player's skill, it's the cerebral boost from the beef. You could say that Argentinian soccer is like a well-marinated steak. It takes time, love, and a whole lot of beef to reach that level of perfection. So the next time you see an Argentinian player sprinting down the field like a cheetah or bending it like Beckham, you know it's not just the training or the talent, it's the power of the beef running through their veins. So if you're still wondering why Argentinians don't become vegetarians, well, let's just need to risk their soccer success. Because in Argentina, beef isn't just a meal, it's a lifestyle, a tradition, a secret weapon on the soccer field. Next time you're watching an Argentinian soccer game, remember, it's not just skill, it's the power of beef. Why did the Argentinian bring a pillow to work? Because it was siesta time. Now, if you're wondering what this siesta time is all about, let me tell you, it's one of the most beautiful traditions of Argentina. It's the time when the entire country hits the pause button. Imagine this. It's midday, the sun is high up, and you've been working hard since morning. Suddenly, time stands still. The hustle and bustle of the city gives way to an eerie silence. No, it's not an alien invasion, and the world isn't ending. It's simply siesta time in Argentina. For those who are new to the concept, siesta is a traditional midday break when folks grab some shut-eye. It's like a power nap on steroids. The Argentinians have mastered the art of the power nap, and it's a sight to behold. The whole country, from the bustling city of Buenos Aires to the tranquil vineyards of Mendoza, shuts down for a couple of hours in the afternoon. Now I know what some of you workaholics are thinking. A midday nap? Isn't that a waste of precious productivity hours? But hear me out. The Argentinians may be onto something here. After all, who wouldn't want a little siesta after a hearty meal of Argentinian beef? And let me tell you, there's nothing like a good nap to recharge your batteries and get you ready for the second half of the day. So how does the rest of the world cope without a siesta? Well, we chug down gallons of coffee, energy drinks, and whatnot. But are they as refreshing as a good old nap? I think not. In a world that's constantly on the go, the tradition of siesta is like a breath of fresh air. It's a reminder that sometimes it's okay to slow down, take a break, and recharge. So, the next time you're in Argentina and you see people pulling out their pillows after lunch, don't be surprised. Join them. Embrace the siesta and experience the magic of the Argentinian power nap. So if you're planning a trip to Argentina, remember to schedule in nap time. Why did the Argentinian bring a straw to the party? Because he wanted to share his mate. Now you might be thinking, a straw at a party? What's going on? Well, don't fret my friend, we're not talking about your average party punch here. We're diving into the world of mate, the national drink of Argentina. Now if you're not familiar with mate, let me give you the lowdown. No, it's not a term of endearment for your best buddy. Mate is a traditional South American drink, somewhat akin to tea, but with its own unique twist. It's brewed from the dried leaves and twigs of the yerba mate plant, and it's been a staple in Argentinian culture for centuries. But here's the kicker. Mate isn't just a drink. Oh no, it's a whole social event. It's as if the Argentinians decided that having a cup of tea wasn't exciting enough, so they turned it into a party game. Imagine this, you're at a gathering. Someone pulls out a gourd. Yes, a gourd. It's filled with the yerba mate leaves. They then add hot water, pop in a metal straw called a bombilla, and pass it around. Everyone takes a sip, and the gourd keeps circulating until the mate is finished. Then they refill it and start all over again. It's like a never-ending game of pass the parcel, except the parcel is a gourd, and everyone's a winner. And here's the funny part. The Argentinians love their mates so much that it's not unusual to see people carrying a flask of hot water and a gourd around. It's like they're always ready for a spontaneous mate party. You know how some people can't leave their house without their phone or wallet? Well, in Argentina it's more like keys, wallet, phone, mate gourd, check. But don't mistake this for a casual coffee-to-go situation. Sharing mate is an intimate act, a sign of trust and friendship. It's a way of saying, I consider you part of my circle. So if an Argentinian offers you a sip from their gourd, know that it's a big deal. It's like being knighted, but instead of a sword they use a gourd and a straw. So next time you're at a party and someone pulls out a flask and a straw, don't panic. They're not trying to start a crazy new party trend, they're just sharing their love of mate and welcoming you into their circle. And who knows, you might find that you enjoy this unique beverage. After all, it's not every day that you get to sip a drink from a gourd, right? So if you're offered a drink from a strange-looking flask in Argentina, don't be alarmed, it's just mate. Why don't you ever play hide and seek with Argentinian dinosaurs? Because you'll always find them ... in the museums. Now let's talk about the time when Argentina was the stomping ground for these colossal creatures. Argentina, the land of tango, beef, and dinosaurs? Yes, you heard it right. This country has a rich prehistoric legacy that can make Ross Geller from Friends do a happy dance. It's one of the best places in the world to see dinosaur fossils. And it's not because Argentinian dinosaurs were terrible at hide and seek, but because Argentina was once a playground for these magnificent beasts. Now we all know T-Rex, right? The terrifying king of the dinosaur world. But did you know that Argentina was home to Argentinosaurus, the heavyweight champion of the dinosaur kingdom? This behemoth weighed as much as 15 elephants. Makes T-Rex look like a cuddly teddy bear, doesn't it? And it wasn't just the big guys. Argentina was also home to some of the smallest dinosaurs known, like the chicken-sized Alvarezsaurus. Imagine that, from chicken-sized dinos to ones bigger than a house, all in one place. I guess Argentinian dinosaurs believed in diversity long before it was cool. Then there's the Gigantoraptor. Now that's not a dinosaur that starred in a 1980s action movie, but a real dinosaur discovered in Argentina. It was as tall as a giraffe, and could run as fast as an ostrich. So, if you thought you could outrun a dinosaur, think again. And these are just a few examples. The dinosaur fossils discovered in Argentina tell a fascinating story of a time when these creatures ruled the world. So, if you're a fan of these prehistoric giants, Argentina is a must-visit for you. So, if you're in Argentina and you see a big shadow, don't worry, it's probably just a statue of a dinosaur. Just remember, no playing hide and seek with them, okay? They're notoriously bad at it. So, what have we learned about Argentina today? Well, for starters, we've discovered that Argentinian tango is more than just a dance. It's a full-on, heart-pounding, sweat-inducing workout that could give a CrossFit session a run for its money. And let's not forget about the drama, the passion, the fancy footwork. If you're not twirling your partner around the dance floor like a top, then you're not doing it right. So if you ever find yourself in Buenos Aires, make sure to pack those dancing shoes and stretchy pants. You're going to need them. Moving on to Argentinian beef, which we've established is the real reason behind their soccer success. I mean, who needs a rigorous training regime when you have a diet packed with protein, right? It's all about the asado, folks. Remember, when in Argentina, it's all about the beef, on the grill, in the oven, on the stove, on a skewer, in a sandwich. You name it, they've got it. It's like a carnivore's paradise out there. Then we've got the siesta time, the Argentinian power nap that's taken very seriously. You might think it's just an excuse to catch some shut-eye in the middle of the day, but it's actually a well-respected tradition that's been passed down through generations. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want a sanctioned nap time in the middle of the day? It's like being a kid again, but with the added benefit of not being scolded for napping past your bedtime. Next up, we talked about mate, the national drink that's more popular than coffee, tea, and soda combined. It's the drink of choice for gatherings, a sign of friendship, and a great way to keep warm during those chilly winter nights. Just remember, if you're offered a cup of this bitter beverage, do not, I repeat, do not refuse. It's considered a major faux pas, so pucker up and prepare for the bitterness. And lastly, we delved into the land of dinosaurs, where fossils of these prehistoric creatures are as common as grains of sand on a beach. It's like Argentina is the Jurassic Park minus the whole dinosaur coming to life and creating chaos part. So if you're into paleontology or just a fan of the Jurassic Park movies, Argentina is the place to be. And there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the passionate world of Argentinian tango, the mouth-watering realm of Argentinian beef, the restful tradition of siesta time, the bittersweet ritual of mate, and the prehistoric landscape of the land of dinosaurs. And remember, folks, Argentina might not be the place for you if you can't dance, don't eat beef, hate naps, don't drink mate, or are scared of dinosaurs.